Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And as I was preparing for this video, I was listening to the Modern Investor, and he had a very interesting video today. He really believes that mainstream media is very biased against Ripple and XRP. And as someone who looks at the current events every day, I totally agree with him. He says he's lost all hope, basically because the significant news about Ripple and XRP just doesn't get its fair share of coverage. And the point is that he went to the XRP Daily. This is Alex Cobb's site, and Alex has that video posted that took place in India from a Ripple employee who said that nearly the entire country is wrapped up in RippleNet for their banks. And we know for sure from Ashish Birla that 50 to 60% at least are using RippleNet. Now you think about a country like like India, that is going to exceed the population of China very soon, and the number of immigrant workers that they have working outside their country, sending money back home. This is a huge cross-border remittance channel. And I am just, I'm floored as well, is that these kinds of stories are not hitting mainstream media. If you were to flip the table, if you will, and if this was Bitcoin and they had wrapped up nearly the entire country in terms of use like India, this would be headline news for weeks on end. So I think that I will also show you another example with the story that I'm going to cover tonight. I'm going to tell you about the phase 3 of a project called Stella that's been in the works since December 2016. This is a joint effort between the Central Bank of Japan and the European Central Bank. They have been testing distributed ledger technology, and the phase 3 of their project has been now available since June. And I did a search just to see if anybody had covered it in crypto, and you can see Stella, phase 3, Ripple, and only the BOJ, which is the Bank of Japan. The PDF comes up, but nothing in mainstream media. Nothing. And it's unbelievable because this is a big results for their synchronized cross-border payments. And I think you can see that when you look at the study that started in 2016, the first report came out in 2017. It was about analyzing the large value payments using DLT. And then a second report came out in March 2018, and that was when they investigated security deliveries using distributed ledger technology. And now the third one, and I will show you here, is the actual report. Let me take you up to the top here. There we go. This is synchronized cross-border payments. And it's very interesting because they use Ripple and compare with Swift GPI. They also look at 5 different possible methods for liquidity efficiency, and we learn a lot, actually. So Ripple was a selected private sector company. They tested namely Xcurrent, and it is named, citing that the RippleNet's ILP, which enables bidirectional communication between banks across ledgers, also with the connectors for liquidity. Now, anytime you hear the word liquidity, they are talking about XRP. You can see in this report that liquidity is mentioned 23 times. So the network is basically, let me show you what goes with this. What goes with this is a new solutions guide PDF that I'd never seen before, that Ripple put together, I think specifically for this project. And you can see that they divide the RippleNet members into 2 categories. One is for the banks and payment providers, and then you have on the other side the members, network members that are the SMEs, the corporates, the consumers, etc. And you can find that they cite that the network members, the advantage of or the benefit of being one of these network members is that some of the members provide liquidity, and that would be providing XRP. And this is exactly what David was talking about, is that they can access XRP for liquidity. The other banks can without holding it. So this is really very interesting. You can see also that with this report came the link to what Swift GPI gave as their brochure, and they mention liquidity only 3 times, and it's nothing about offering liquidity. It is all about just being able to see the liquidity. That's it. So the connectors are the liquidity providers. That is, you'll find when you read the report, they specifically say that they're using or they're calling the liquidity providers connectors. And the number of connectors are not limited, and the connector relays a payment across ledgers from different currencies, and they conduct the fiat conversion. The report also cites the Interledger Protocol version 4, and that is, of course, the latest version that became very much in production just in May 2019. You can see that it's a simplification of the previous versions of the protocol, and that it's optimized for routing large volumes of low value packets known as penny switching. So the Interledger Protocol version 4, ILPv4, can be integrated with any type of ledger, including those not built for interoperability, and it is designed to be used with a variety of higher level protocols that implement features ranging from quoting to sending larger amounts of value and chunked payments. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to this in the description below. It's really interesting if you're interested in the technicals for Ripple's Interledger protocol. So in a nutshell, to summarize how the phase 3 report came out, is that they found that in using this technology, they are not exposed to any loss of principal when they do the transfers. Secondly, there are multiple liquidity efficiencies. And in conclusion, the safety of today's cross-border payments could potentially be improved by using payment methods that synchronize payments and lock funds along the payment channel. Yeah, that is just RippleNet using XRP. And to further reflect on the compliance issues is something what they want to do before they implement it, and they also want to do a complete cost benefit analysis. You know, I'm going to go back to this. This is so interesting. This shows you, this is the first comparison I've ever seen where they actually compare. This is the Swift, this is comparing the Swift to Ripple, and you can see that it significantly is reduced in terms of cost through X-Current's ability to increase those straight-through payment rates, and it eliminates Swift fees. So they're showing here that 60% savings. I've seen some cost savings before, but this is the first one I've seen that actually does the comparison to GPI, and it's quite dramatic actually in the savings. Okay, so we are now going to just show you that I received my new XRP community poster, and wow, this is just great. If you're not on it, don't worry. I want you to just let Stedis know. This is at STEDAS. He's going to put another one together in a few months, and let him know that you need to be a part of this community because it's growing, it's strong, it's got a lot of talent, and if it wasn't for the XRP community, where would we see the price? I mean, none of the news would be hitting like it should. This is really fun, though, to see everybody on one sheet. I got a digital version. If you don't want the digital version, you can also get a glossy poster shipped to you as well. And look here. Oh my gosh, look who is in Tokyo today. Yep, Bearable Guy. I spotted him. He was collecting those Kit Kats at about 5 p.m. today, and maybe he'll let me have a bag or two to share with you tomorrow. I'll be on the live stream in my morning, East Coast time in the evening. Oh gosh, I'm not quite sure. Maybe 8 p.m., 8 p.m., 8 or 9 p.m. East Coast time. There's going to be Sam, I Am, Jungle, Bones, Kick Boy, Triple, Malpass. Yeah, I think there's 6 of us. Wow. So anyway, I hope you can stop in and listen to the live stream tomorrow. I think it's going to be very fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, we're jumping to the fluff, everybody. We are going to look at a brand new room in a hotel that's connected to the Haneda Airport here in Tokyo. It just opened up, I think, in the last couple of days because it just was in the news for the first time yesterday. It's called the Superior Cockpit Room. This is a hotel room that's outfitted with a full-size flight simulator. It is the cockpit of a Boeing 737-800, and you can book it for the night, or you can book it for only 90 minutes with an instructor, and it will cost you about $275 to fly from Tokyo in the simulator to Osaka, which everybody knows now is where the G20 was, and it's a little south of Tokyo. How fun. This is definitely, I'm sure, something that will be on a lot of bucket lists. I'm not just a huge plane person, but gosh, for a chance to fly a simulator, I think it's something I would like to try to do. And if you don't want to do the simulator, you just want to book the room, you'll have a great view of the runways and you can watch the planes land. Here is just one more picture to show you the cockpit. And then I got to thinking, because I do want to stick also a little bit with this manner. If you go to a hotel in Japan, beware that if you're a coffee drinker, you might not find coffee. Coffee is still not in every hotel. This is very much a tea drinking culture. And so, yeah, just beware that if you want to have that morning coffee, bring it in your suitcase just in case. But if you do drink tea, I want to show you the correct and mannerful way to do it. So you want to support the bottom of your cup gently, and you keep that support as you bring it to your mouth. I will show you the image here. This is a way to be very, very mannerful. It is mostly for women, but if you are doing the tea ceremony and drinking matcha tea, then this rule applies strictly, very strictly for men and women. And when I mean strictly, it's that don't do it any other way but this way. So that is a huge fluff story in itself in regards to tea ceremony. I'm not going to go there today with you on that, but just remember, if you do drink the matcha tea or have a tea ceremony experience, this is the way you want to hold your cup. And even in Japan, you'll find people who hold a regular coffee cup with 2 hands. It's just a polite way to do it. And I found one more picture that I was so happy to find. This is Caroline Kennedy. She was the ambassador to Japan from, of course, the United States when Obama was in the presidency. And I think because she was appointed by Obama when Obama left and President Trump came in, he then appointed his own pick, and she left, but she was here for a few years, and I'm so glad that somebody gave her a good instruction. And when she was drinking tea, she used the mannerful way. All right, everybody, do take care. Okay, sayonara for now. Bye-bye.